Hello, everyone. Don't
We're back!
don't attempt to adjust your sets. We are back in the studio. This is Jeep Life Podcast. Whew.
We normally run into technical difficulties. This was just difficult.
It was difficult. The studio was there was nothing working plugged in
Nothing
the
was
studio.
plugged in. Nothing was charged.
Last time we were in the studio, Dr. Don was with us,
Yeah.
and I even literally had to move the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up, Troy?
I need to.
Yeah, get that adjusted and mute your shit.
This ain't gonna go well. Maybe.
All right. Evening, Mike. Good to see you and hang out today. Yeah. So we're back. No gremlins. That's what we're hoping. No gremlins.
Yep. Holly's asking how the rig's coming along. I'm just saying mistakes have been made. New parts have been bought.
Yeah. And then new parts have been bought to replace
Mistakes
the
were
new
made
part.
again.
Tell her she needs to come on.
I know.
Evening, Steve. Yeah, Holly needs to come back on. All right, we're gonna. Hey, what's up, Danny? How you doing? We're gonna give a few more minutes for everybody to get on tonight. Don't set your expectations too high. We were out in the sun drinking a good chunk of the day today, so we'll do the best we can. And to be honest, I don't know that we even have much to go on. We got a lot of catching up to do. To be fair, yeah, but oh well.
So if anybody like to support my poor financial decisions out there, you can make donations to charity. My name is Charity now.
Nice. Oh man, Danny, I wish I would gotten to see you. Yeah, as you could see, we were slammed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, crazy fun, but crazy nonetheless.
What? What's going on now? We got devices. Devices. All right, you're making everybody sick out there.
Yeah, so while it was crazy, but no, since nothing was charged, even the phone that I use iPhones for all the photo, the video stuff. None of those were charged, and so I said I'll just use my device, and it was yeah, it was all those things. Oh, cool that you got some Oracle stuff. I'm working on some kind of discount code for Jeep Life Podcast. That'd be sweet to be able to do that. Yeah, earthquake. Yeah, it was. Yeah. No, it wasn't. I wasn't out in the sun that much in Tennessee.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
you were,
inside.
You were lucky. You were inside.
What's up, Rochelle? Rochelle. Yeah, let me see. I'm all over the place. I can't even remember what apps I'm supposed to have up and what I'm not while I'm doing this. It's crazy. Oh, you broke your YJ after when you got to Tennessee?
I didn't even need to drive to Tennessee for that one. Did that in the parking lot out back.
You did that within 25 feet of your house.
My wallet hurts.
Everything is red tonight. Yeah, it's probably I don't have all the photo settings for this camera set up, so it might appear red. It doesn't in my mine, but you know, just because it's maybe just a little check here.
I'm turning my headphone volume up so I can hear everything a little better.
And just make sure you're turning up the right one.
Yeah, it was mine, I think. Maybe. Yeah, let's turn Terry all the way up.
Oh, God. I don't need to hear me that much. Thanks, Andrew, for the feedback on that. I love it. Oh, damn. Yeah, drive all that way or get your vehicle all that way for it to break. I mean, you were smart enough to do it here, so you didn't have to take it anywhere.
See these eyes?
And by smart, I don't mean that, really. Looks like we got quite a few people coming on, so go ahead and, to be honest with you, don't share this one out, because...
Or do.
I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
Don't go share. Whatever. I don't know.
And you know, feel free to throw some questions or anything into the...
Yeah, I mean, we're here to answer questions. As you know, I might know a thing or two or not, but or I can act like it at least.
Yeah. Well, tonight I have Knoxville Drivelines hat on.
Oh.
Yeah, they Driveline shop out of Knoxville, obviously.
Yes.
But
I've heard of them for a few reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could probably think of why.
Yes. Yes.
But I've heard that Knoxville Driveline is if you are at Windrock
Yep.
and you call them before they close,
Yep.
they'll get parts to you.
And that's wonderful because I actually believe that. Got to meet the guy.
Yeah.
His name's Adam.
Adam.
And his last name, Pritchard.
Are you related?
No relationship.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
Not like
We-
45th cousins removed.
We could be third cousins. Who knows? Because I grew up in East Tennessee.
Yeah.
And in that area. And there's my good brother Jared. What's happening, my man? Speaking of just not blood related, but related. So yeah, talking to him, he's awesome. The nicest guy on the planet.
Cool.
Thickest East Tennessee accent you've ever heard.
Love it.
And just super, super great. And I picked his brain for a little bit, and I wanted to...
I'd make his brain hurt.
Yeah, no doubt. So I wanted to give him, and he gave me this hat, and I wanted to give him and his shop a little recognition.
Well, I want to give another huge shout out to our friends over at Cold Case Radiators.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is official.
Oh, yeah.
It will be official. Reaper will be ice cold.
Ice cold, nice. That's awesome.
And if you're looking for a Cold Case radiator, head over to their website and use Jeep Life at checkout for free shipping.
Yeah, you should. 'Cause it's all there.
Yep.
Good people at
Great
Cold
people.
Case.
They make cold case radiators, obviously. They also do all the radiator hoses. So your inlet, your outlet. And it's just high-quality parts, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you take it out, it is amazingly welded aluminum. And that's all TIG welded really nicely down each side. And,
Yeah, it's quality
high-quality
stuff.
products.
Quality stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to airdrop a photo of myself and see if I can get it to Adam. Yeah, there it is. Never mind. I'm gonna see if I can get it to Adam because it's got our logo in the background and a hat.
That's cool.
Who else? Who else are we gonna give a shout out to?
Do they make custom axle shafts?
Dude, I don't know what they make.
All right, I have to go on.
They
the
have all
website.
kinds of stuff on the table there, including T-shirts. I mean, I'd have bought 4 T-shirts if they'd had my size. So you're down with a Cold Case, and they're good.
Heck yeah.
Pipes still offering.
Yep, sister company.
Yep, free shipping on their systems. Same code Jeep Life. So Pipes Sex Housed.
Can't get over that, man.
So you definitely hit Windrock hard with that YJ. So that's why it's broke. Yeah. I know the feeling.
Understandable.
I know the feeling. What, Mike? Haven't seen you in a while. I think our paths were together today, and I still didn't see you.
Only you.
Yeah. Power Tank. Our good friends at Power Tank. Jeep Life Pod 15 for a complete system at checkout at powertank.com. Make sure to go and tell them that Jeep and Terry and Breaky Billy said, hey, what's up?
So Knoxville Driveline is very much known for their drive
shafts. I knew that.
Drive shafts.
I knew that.
They do not do. They do carbon fibre.
Do they?
Carbon.
He had one on the
drive
table.
shafts.
Yeah.
UTV, aluminum drive shafts, JK, JL. I mean, they are hooking it up. Flanges, custom build parts, this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
On point.
So go see them. I'm going to try to. I need to connect with Adam and send him this photo of us recording in his hat. I think that's about it. Let's I got a Huddy's Beard Balm.
Oh, I have it on right now.
You have it on right now. We got to hang out with Matt today.
Yep.
Which was awesome. It's always good to hang out with him and catch up with him and Jessica. So it's good people. Good people.
It's what the Jeep life is all about. It's good people driving in your Jeep.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll save it for the show. Let's
Save it
start.
for the
Hit
show.
that button, man.
I'm going to hit that button if I can remember how. Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We are proudly presented by Armorlite, the toughest flooring on the trail. And our friends at Armorlite have been partners of ours from the beginning. They literally, that was a topic of conversation more today with people than I've had in a long time. People come up and ask me
About
Armorlite.
Armorlite, really?
Yeah.
I wish I'd known that because I have 3 pieces of cut Armorlite that you can use as a sample always in the back of my Jeep.
I know.
Because it is this product, I mean, it's so obviously you can go on their website, you can see the triple layer formula that they use, but to hold it in your hand and to feel the weight of it, the thickness, understanding each layer and how it, benefits. I mean, that top rubber layer is, I would put it close to almost indestructible.
Yeah.
I mean, it is designed to hold up as much abuse you can throw at it. And it cleans up super easy. Little dish soap, and you're good. Don't ever put Armor All.
No, don't.
It's not meant for that.
You've got an ice skating rink under your
It
feet
is
when
a
you do.
flooring system complete from GoArmorLight.com.
And they have a discount code for our listeners, and it's Jeep Life Podcast 10 for a complete ArmorLight system. GoArmorLight.com. Thank you to the guys at ArmorLight for helping us be the podcast we are.
And thank you to everyone out there that has already purchased an ArmorLight system, because you're supporting them and they're supporting us.
Yes, I love it. Speaking of ArmorLight,
Yes.
they were at Bronco Stampede.
Yes, I know. So you went to Bronco Stampede.
I did.
I know
I did.
You had some like agita, and there may have been like a mental breakdown in a back corner bathroom stall.
I was in the fetal position at one point, yes.
crying. Why? I don't know what's going on here. I don't get it.
I had no idea.
But it came out that it was a great weekend.
Yes.
And they are in the works.
A Bronco floor liner is in the works.
Yes.
And that surprised me as much as anybody, hanging out with them in their booth.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. They had a ton of interest in the Bronco.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
So one of the interesting things about Broncos
Mhm.
is one of the options from the factory was a washout floor.
Yes.
However, you can't order it after the fact. It had to be ordered with that Jeep, and it came with drains that went through the floor.
Yep.
But if you didn't get that specific model, that was an option
Yep.
on, and it was only an option on like 2 or 3 different models, you're kind of just like every other Jeep guy.
Right.
You're stuck with some carpet or some floor mats, and it just doesn't hold up.
No. And we both have seen that in Broncos, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
and we know that carpet is not the way to go for our activity.
So I've kind of really thought about this and a little bit of a comparison to the Jeep and the Bronco.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that Bronco people, they still have the urge to get out to, go enjoy the outdoors.
Yes.
But they
Yes.
might not be as a little bit more of a hardcore,
Yep.
spending a few days in the woods
Yep.
or going trail riding, but they still use that Bronco to go to the soccer games, to go to the beach,
Yes.
and to, even drive out on the beach. It has 4-wheel drive.
Yes.
They have sand modes. So, it's designed to do a little bit of a lighter wheeling.
Yep.
So I think the Bronco customers are still going to want that rugged interior to
Yeah.
hold up to your
Yep.
kids throwing the milk carton across the, Bronco
right. Yeah,
instead of it's thrown across the Jeep.
Yeah, and want to be able to hose that out. And
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. So I think ArmorLight is finding a place for that
Yep.
as well. I think they're in the Toyota market now. So it's all over. Obviously, Jeep is still king and will be king. So we'll keep that
Yeah.
going.
Absolutely.
Now, I know it's been a hot minute since we've been on the air.
I know.
I literally, as I was going through putting this together,
Yep.
realized that we didn't touch a microphone in the whole month of August.
No.
An entire month of off.
We'd like to apologize for that first.
Yes.
Public notice right here. We're
Yeah.
apologizing. Support us more.
Yeah. Right. And I sent my kid and our driveway mechanic Frank to do a remote episode.
Oh.
Got the audio back and it wasn't great.
Okay.
So I'm still working on it. Maybe it'll be a bonus episode somewhere.
Okay.
But as always, Frank is great behind the mic.
Yes.
He's hilarious, and we all know that the kid is pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
I mean, she does a good job filling in whenever we can.
Absolutely.
And so we're sorry that we didn't. Just life is crazy in that month.
I got broke shit in the garage.
Right. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. I got laid off beginning of the summer.
Yep.
And
Very
summer,
unfortunate.
summer was very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Right before I was to go out of town at the beginning of August, I got a phone call.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a text message to see if I could do a phone call. And that text message was from my new employer.
Yeah.
And my new employer, drum roll, insert here, is Oracle Lighting.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we had talked about Oracle Lighting.
Yep.
A couple years ago. We did a lighting bracket, and one of the things that we found super interesting was a lot of the executive team and members were female.
Yes.
And we need more female representation in the activity and in the industry. And let me tell you, those gals are amazing.
Yeah.
So they contacted me and said, we need somebody that has your skill set. And I was what? I don't know what I can do right now. I'm not
Skills? What are they?
The summer was hard on me emotionally and mentally.
The monkey's over here scratching his head.
What? And no, they wanted to create a position for me for their company. And after going back and forth over a job description, I got to help write my job description and help edit it and even choose my job title.
The Wizard.
That was actually one of that came up. That was a part
Jeep
of it.
Chief.
That was the first suggestion from Justin.
Wizard Jeep Chief.
Yeah. And I was like, well, Oracle does more than just Jeeps.
Correct, they do.
So let's look at a more broad title, and the one we stuck on was Off-Road and Events Guru.
So you're a guru now.
I'm a guru.
Does that require you wearing like one of those monk like? Do you float
yes.
now?
No, I do.
I float across the.
I spend hours in crisscross applesauce.
You can get there?
Shut up. No.
Sorry.
Because if I get there, I'm not getting out. But meditating for hours on events and off-roading.
That's not really meditating. That's like ripping his hair out trying to figure out the events for the next year.
Yeah, so it's I'm thankful that I have landed back in the activity, in the industry. But I'm more grateful that I ended up where I did.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, almost immediately I had to drop everything.
Run to
Tennessee and attend, thrown to the wolves, attend Great Smoky Mountain Bronco Stampede and Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. So doing setup, luckily our booth was in exactly the same place. Inside where it was air conditioned, which is a big deal. Bronco Stampede, the weather was perfect. It was nice and cool. It was, but there were more Jeeps there than Broncos.
That's awesome.
So for the first year, but the Bronco show was great.
Right.
So we set up our booth. We get our Bronco in there. We get everything looking great. We're happy. The doors open for the first day. It was only a 2-day event versus a 3-day. And it was chirp, 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 chirp.
Interesting.
Crickets everywhere, kind of thing. But then it started gradually building up. And while I talked to other people there, their traffic wasn't through the roof like they thought it might be. We were busy the whole time.
Right.
Even though Broncos come with LED headlights and everything, there are people out there that want to change them out and go brighter or change a color or do some of the things that Oracle's known for, including their flush mount tail lights.
Oh
for
yeah,
Bronco.
I don't like the tail lights on the Bronco. I'll be
they're
honest with you.
They're god awful.
Yeah.
And then to put a flush mount on there,
I bet it looks sweet.
It does look much better. Yeah. And so there's so many cool things that I got to learn about the Bronco, and I got to tell you, I saw this at SEMA. because they had their Bronco and all
Right.
their products out. They're jumping in head first into the Bronco arena, and it's obvious because there wasn't vaporware. They weren't
Right.
selling things that weren't there.
Yeah.
They were actually, we were able to sell products on the floor that were sitting on the Bronco 10 feet away.
Yes.
And that really, really helps. But it was still kind of cool to see Broncos doing Jeepy things.
GP things.
and it is, that's our stuff.
I know.
And it was, but it was weird. It was weird. And, I got,
Any Broncos on 40s?
I saw one that was on 38s.
Okay.
Actually, our Bronco is on 38s.
Okay.
It's a 2-door.
Look,
It looks
killer.
sweet. Yeah, it looks sweet.
Yeah.
And it drives very, very well for a Bronco on 38s. But it's really, really cool.
Oh, and you guys have the light up.
The letters.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
letters, which is like
Yeah.
something really cool. You can't do it on a Jeep because obviously they're just like so small up front and top.
Yeah.
But Bronco is big across the front.
Yep.
And you get like backlit.
So we make all 28 letters.
Oh.
So you can do whatever the hell you want.
Oh. Okay.
You can order each individual letters, and there's obviously 6 spaces on the Bronco to put
Right.
it on. And I've been in my head trying to figure out, hey, can I adapt that and put it on the Jeep? I think I can. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to coolly do that, even
Right.
though it's the Bronco font. I think if I get the black letters
Mm-hmm.
and I do 7 of them,
Mm.
or I do 5 of them,
Yeah.
leave 2 of them empty
Right.
and put them in the grill somehow. I don't know. I think it would be a really, really cool thing to do. But not only did we do that, it was busy.
Yes.
It was busy that weekend.
Mobbed.
I spent a couple days with the sales guys going to Knoxville and Nashville, visiting, shops
Mm-hmm.
out there. And, even though they do Bronco, it was really cool. We took the Bronco and the Jeep out, but I think the Bronco was the most impressive to these Jeep shops
Yeah.
because they know the insides and outs of a Jeep.
Right.
They don't necessarily know the insides and outs of a built Bronco.
Yep.
So they're coming around checking it out,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could show all the cool products. And so I think what the difference between the two crowds is Jeep people treat it as a Lego set,
Yes.
an individualized Lego set, right? And I don't think Bronco's figured that out yet.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the things Bronco built in, like A-pillar mounts already built in, so it takes some of the creativity away, I think, for the Bronco crowd.
Absolutely.
But still, it was good. Then rolled into Jeep Invasion.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the whole weekend we were 3 deep.
Insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
I had a ton of our listeners come by and take
That's awesome.
selfies.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. Matter of fact, the whole time the Oracle team just kept saying, "Are you the mayor of this? Is there anyone you don't know?"
And it's like, yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, that's why you hired me, right?
Yep, that's what I'm here for.
I'm here to meet and greet everyone."
I'm the guru for a reason.
That's right. But it was great to meet people that we may have gotten an email in from, or some kind of message, or just been listening and we didn't know it. But it was great to meet those folks, and high out there. It was awesome. It was humbling for someone to be walking by, and this happened in the Bronco show too.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, somebody walked by and heard my voice
And
and stopped and said, "You're Jeep and Terry. What are you doing here?"
dude, it's very cool to
Yeah.
have that happen because it's happened to me as well. And
Yeah.
and also even just recognizing me as well.
Yep.
Like, I've been walking through a show and somebody walks up and like, I know you, but I don't remember. And I'm like, I'm Breakabilly. And they're like, oh my gosh.
Right.
And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, you're more of the video face on our YouTube channel.
Correct. Yeah.
So you get more physically seen.
FaceTime.
And, I'm jealous of that. But you do a great job with that. And
I try.
But it also allows people to see you.
Yeah.
And, sometimes they don't, maybe you're out in Big Red and they're used to seeing you in Reaper.
Yeah.
Right? So it's great to have that recognition, and I'm humbled by it.
And also, everybody out there, please head over to our YouTube channel. I'm getting back to posting more regularly. I just posted a video last week, and I have a lot of video content in the coffers, so just keep an eye out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, hit the bell notification, and even when you're watching live on our YouTube channel, you can hit that subscribe button down bottom.
So it's great to be back in the industry. It was great to be down there. I went to a couple of the after parties, and you did that last year.
It's nuts.
It is absolutely insane, and some of the vehicles that are there in all realms, and I think that's what's really cool about Jeep Invasion is it's not just hardcore wheelers.
Yeah.
It's not just soccer moms. It's not just the brightest, but it is.
Yeah.
And night when everybody comes out with their lights, whips are the new thing.
Yes. Well, they're not new. I
no.
wouldn't say that they're new. I think they're just catching back on with the Jeepers again.
Yeah, because it went to the side-by-sides and stayed there for a good chunk of time.
Yep, and now there's a few companies coming out with some new whips, some chasing circular patterns.
Yes.
And putting a little more effort into what it can do.
Yeah.
And also they're incorporating them to be in CB, your CB
antenna.
Your GMRS antenna. So I think that is going to take off a little bit because I want some whips.
I felt real guilty having, envy of the whip guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't. That's not who I'm supposed to be. I'm not. But
so hear me out.
All right.
We drive really cool Jeeps.
Yes.
When we were kids, when I was a kid, I played with little remote control
RC
cars.
Yeah.
I feel when there's a whip on the back, I'm just driving my big RC car.
I think you're absolutely right about that. It's I now want whips on the back of my.
I want to drive my RC car, and I'm cool, guys.
Yeah. So Steve, you thanks for the selfie. It was awesome, and you got to meet Tanner. And it's really cool for our listeners because I got the feedback from Tanner and from Steer Smarts and a couple other people that our listeners actually were interacting with them as our listeners.
I listen to the Jeep Life podcast. You guys are great.
Yeah. It's that's where they've met some of these people, right?
Tanner's like, what? What are you talking about?
And Tanner's like, man, I'm just awful. He's always self-deprecating when it comes to that, but he and other people in the industry that we have on the show, it's so cool. And, I got to hang out with Marvin.
Yep.
Marvin was literally right behind our booth. So I got to go over and hang out with him and Marvin Stammel, Flex Rocks and Rollovers. If you haven't watched this season.
Oh, it's only going to get better this year.
I watch anything. Go back and watch all the other stuff.
So 24 Hellenbach. Reign of Rocks. He's got another couple different ideas coming up. And, head over to Flex Rocks and Rollovers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Watch Marvin do videotape crazy stuff and watch him do crazy stuff.
And he's just the nicest guy on the planet, too.
And I think he still has a few shirts left.
Just a few.
I had to get one.
Well, I picked one up for you, and
did.
I got one for me.
I appreciate that very much.
I wasn't planning on getting it, but I'm there. I'm like, dude, I don't have one of these. I've got to get one of these. All right.
So there is a reason why I really wanted that shirt.
Oh, yeah?
And it's the back of it.
Yeah.
I was there the one night.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
When some things went awry, and sometimes you take a tumble or somebody wanted to take a nap. It happens.
Yep.
But let me tell you, I was there that night, and that was awesome.
Yeah. So it was really cool to see him and hang out with him, and have people. I got to walk around Jeepster McJeepface.
It's a wild
with people.
rig.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
it's all hand painted, hand drawn, if you will, and it just looks killer. But yeah, so that I love Invasion, but the nighttime stuff. I got one of our Oracle's clients. They do a ton of audio and lighting install in the New Orleans area.
Yep.
Not in the immediate area, but in the area. And he had his personal Gladiator there, bright yellow. You stood in front of it, you shook when he turned on the stereo.
The bass.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous. Go to Oracle's Instagram, and it's several posts down, but I did a post and video of it. It was absolutely unreal how loud it was, but also how bright it was. Because all the lights obviously were Oracle all the way around, interior, exterior. And it was lit up like daylight with that. So you never know what you're going to see, and I'm just blown away by it. Being there as a representative Oracle changes my perspective on it a little bit, because I'm looking at different things. And before, rock lights were cool. I have a set on my Jeep, but now I'm trying to figure out how to brighten it up even more, how to do even more stuff with it, and still keep it as functional as I do.
Yeah.
But it was very, very cool. Does Oracle make interior accent lights? Yes, they do.
I probably guarantee it.
Go to oracle.com, oraclelights.com.
And they have some specials going on right now, too.
Yeah.
Labor Day
sale.
And we'll probably, I bet I can convince somebody in the Oracle team to give me a discount code for all of our listeners out there. This will be a timed discount, not like some of our other ones. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So get your, ideas together, figure out what you want, save your pennies. Because right now I could probably only afford this 4-pin 6-foot color shift extension that's like $9.95, and that might even be pushing it.
Yeah, right.
So
I will work on us getting a discount code. I will see if I can't get us one that's not timed too.
Okay,
we'll see what we can do. I might know a person.
Awesome
too. Guru is in my title.
Guru.
It's so weird.
It's awesome, though.
It really is.
You deserve it, man.
Well,
you really do.
It was a stressful summer.
Oh, I know.
You heard me.
I know. I was
you felt
stressing
it
out for you.
Yeah. Well, and you're, obviously on the inside of it.
Yeah.
Too. But being back in the saddle again is made me happy. I've got some projects that I've already kind of taken over.
Yep.
With Oracle, and they're going to be really cool, so stay tuned for that.
Awesome.
I'm not going to let that out of the bag, but I know that I'll be at SEMA with Oracle.
Okay.
I'll be at EJS with Oracle, maybe King of the Hammers, maybe
Trail Hero.
Trail Hero. That 5-6 month plan in ahead, we're working on that to see which ones we can muster.
I will not be at SEMA.
No.
I will not be a king. Well, actually, I might be a King of Hammers, but you're not going to see me. I'm going to be off in a rig somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I'm working on Trail Hero.
Yeah. I think Trail Hero is something that everyone should experience.
Yes. It's a lot different of so Trail Hero runs in October 1st to the 8th. Towards later in the week, they have concerts and events and vendors show up and they do parking lot takeovers and this, that, and the other thing. But also they do have a full-on vendor area as well. So it is an invasion.
Yep.
It's located in Sand Hollow, Utah.
Yep.
So it's great scenery. You have the lake in the background, and they put the vendor area and camping and everything right at the trailhead.
Yeah.
So when you break your crap, you can go buy new stuff.
That's right. That's pretty much it. Because definitely you're probably going to break something out there.
But it is a full-on immersion experience into Sand Hollow, the Wheeling.
Yep.
And we hope to see you there.
Yeah. What did you do while I was gone?
I fix shit, broke shit, fix shit, and I'm now waiting for more parts to fix my shit.
I know. It was so funny because I had ordered stickers.
Yep.
So that we could have them at Jeep Invasion.
Oh, I know. He messaged me. I get a text message. Hey, man, can you run over to my house and grab those stickers before you head down? I'm not going, Terry.
Worst news ever.
So, just to kind of give everybody a little recap, I pulled the buggy apart probably right after our last episode.
Yep.
And I needed to do a lot of maintenance. So I started working on wiring. I pulled apart the rear end. I knew I needed rear axle shafts.
Yep.
So I ordered the axle shafts from East Coast Gear and Supply. Huge shout out to them. They're always awesome with their customer service and helping you out. What you need, give them a call. And they're super down to earth, and they also have a lot of custom stuff as well. So I need a set of custom axle shafts for the rear of my buggy.
Yep.
They got everything taken care of. I got them in. I reached out to Yukon. I got all new Yukon gears, pinion, ring and pinion, all new bearings, Timken bearings and everything for the rear end. And I started the process of setting up the gears and doing all that, which is a very time-consuming process. So to set up a Dana 60, it's in, out, in, out. There's not like side adjusters or anything like a 14-bolt or, the front G2 axle that I got. So that was a lot of just intensive work. And I don't work with a lift, so I'm on the ground. I'm figuring it out, getting everything taken care of. I get it all together, pattern set, bearing set, all my baffles, and it, unfortunately, I took it out back, and within the first about 10 minutes, it blew out the front pinion bearing.
Breakability at its best.
Yep.
Doesn't even get it on the trail. Doesn't even put it on the trailer.
No.
Neighborhood,
out front of my house. Yes. So it locked up the rear tires. Oh, yeah, let me tell you, that is the worst sound you will ever hear after just installing a ring and pinion.
Yeah.
Literally, you go, ping! You're like,
done.
It won't drive no more.
Done.
It doesn't drive. So I got it back to the house, pulled it all apart, and all the roller bearings to one side. All right, this is where I have to give the biggest, hugest shout-out to Yukon.
Yeah.
Their customer service, the guys over there, hands down, phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had new ring and pinion, new bearings, everything I needed.
Oh, my God.
Within a week.
That's amazing.
And, I sent them pictures. Yes, you have to do your due diligence and, everything of that sort. But their customer service, their products, top-notch, great stuff. And, I can't say enough good things about them.
Yes.
So they got it all hooked up. I got some new other parts, put it all back, working on putting it all back together.
Yeah.
And I wasn't supposed to use a crush sleeve. So I crushed the crush sleeve
of course you did.
On the pinion. It proceeded to lock itself onto the pinion because you can't just pull it out inside easily.
Yeah.
Of course, no,
not.
It's not like that. So then I destroyed another seal, and now I'm waiting for parts again. In the meantime, though, I got all the electrical work figured out. It starts first crank, we're good. All new wiring, new bus bars, a new switch panel, all kinds of different stuff. And now we're going to finish the rear end, and I'm going to put the cold case radiator in.
Yeah.
With all new tubing, new water pump, new thermostats, everything that I need. I want it to be ice cold.
and that it will be. So that's all been Reaper.
That's just Reaper.
That's a month of hell with Reaper.
Yes. On top of it, I blew a coolant line hose that runs to my heater core in Big Red.
Is that the same one you blew
on the side of the road, heading up the hill down 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, same one.
Same one I turned around and
yes, because
you came and picked you up.
So I got that all fixed. Big Red's back up and running. I put it on a flex ramp today.
Yeah. Yeah, how'd you do?
871.
Nice.
I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
So I took first place again.
Oh, first place, huh?
Yep.
And not in Reaper. That's pretty awesome.
Reaper has another 1.5 feet above that.
There were some well-built Jeeps that went on that ramp.
Oh, I mean,
it was
some serious competition out there. So, I mean, I think it's just I have a lot more down travel.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, so I watched you from a distance as you went up, and I was like,
it's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb. You might got another 2 or 3 points if you take off the hard top before you do it. Let it flex a little bit more.
And also if I probably disconnected the rear sway bar.
Right, yeah. Because you leave your rears connected.
Yes, I leave the rear sway bar connected. I disconnect the front. And the thing is, it's ridiculous.
You know what's stupid is how long your
coilovers are.
No, how long your sway bar connects are.
Oh yeah,
they're
huge.
They're like 1.5 feet long. I mean,
they are.
They're huge.
They're 16-inch long sway bar links.
Yeah, it was kind of funny that you were underneath it with a wrench taking them off. I was like, "Where's your quick disconnects?" And I walk over and I'm like, "Oh, that's why they probably don't even make them that long."
Hello from Canada.
Yo, hello Canada. A long time no hear. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Mark showed us he hasn't shown us his shop completed, has he?
I don't think so.
He gave us a walk around at one point.
Yeah, he did.
Of his shop when he was starting it or building it.
Yeah.
I want to see his shop now.
Okay.
So,
Mark, call in. Show us your shop.
Yeah. Or
is that a new
it's a new segment. Show us your shop. Show us your shop. All right, you hear it now. Literally, I thought this show was going to be just okay. Now it's great. We have a new segment. Show us your shop. So make sure to either video or photo of your shop and tell us about it.
Yes, and if it's clean, let me rephrase that. Doesn't have to be clean, organized, nothing of the sort. If the language is clean,
there we go,
and the video quality is good,
yep,
and you give us consent,
yep,
I will even put together a YouTube video.
Oh yeah,
and we can post it out to our channel.
I love it.
I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
And we're getting some traction on that.
Yeah,
I love it.
Show us your shop. So I'll put that in the show notes, and we'll also do some social media around it, get it out there. We'll make that happen. That's a good segment. I like it.
I got some ideas up here.
You do. Every once in a while they come through. I like it.
But also, so I took Big Red out a few times, took it up to the trails.
Yep.
I actually got to hang out with some friends from Tennessee.
Oh,
so
cool.
Snapdragon Chronicles.
Oh, right, yeah.
Rusty is a real hoot. So Rusty lives about 5 minutes from Windrock. He's opening up a shop down there for patrons of Windrock, and if you need to get your stuff fixed, there's going to be a location that you can go over. They have, all
right, Rusty, I'll be there in about 10 hours.
Yep. Also, they're doing some small trail on property.
Yep.
There's going to be camping, and he's working on a whole bunch of other stuff.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, head over to that and check it out. But I was able to hang out with him, Tara with Vargo Jeep, Kitten Jeeper 711, I think that's right. and Kit and Kristen.
Yeah,
That's what it is,
there it is.
on Instagram. Super awesome people, and it was an amazing time. So literally everybody in the group that we went out with, except Tara and I, were from a different state or country.
Oh.
So we had somebody from Canada,
Yep.
somebody from Texas, Tennessee. Actually, I think Tara's in West Virginia, maybe. Or close. I don't know. My bad. But, yes.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to just everybody come from a different part of
That's really cool.
different realm.
I love meeting people from other parts of the country and even world, really.
Yep.
And learning about their wheeling styles, about what they like to do, seeing their rigs. I think that's awesome. And maybe we should do, a ride this fall, winter.
Sorry, Kitten711 _ Jeep Girl. I had to get it right. All right.
Yeah, you have to. But I don't know where I was going with that before you.
We need to do a fan ride.
Yeah, we need to do a fan ride.
We really do.
Yeah.
End of October. We've been saying an end of October for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
We just haven't put anything on the calendar yet.
Yeah, I can't do it end of October.
I can't put anything on the calendar to save my life right now.
I know. It's crazy. Our lives are nuts.
Just crazy. But we are going to make it a point from here on out to figure out a way when Terry's off doing his guru magical home, we will still record.
Yes.
So we need to figure that out. And we're going to make a promise to you guys.
Yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to figure it out.
Might be empty promises, but
those are the ones we're best at. What? Oh, we hung out today.
Yes, we did. So
where do we hang up? I don't even know where we hung out.
So this is called the Hopford Mill.
Yep.
And at the Hopford Mill, it's in Weisport, Pennsylvania, which is up by Lehighton, Pennsylvania. Yep. It's like the small little town.
This is your old stomping ground.
My old stomping grounds.
Yep.
So they have the Gorge Eatery, which is a awesome restaurant. They have also so this is a little complex that they had the Colossal Radio Jeep Fest out.
Oh yeah.
So Doc over at Colossal Radio, he is an internet radio sensation.
Yep.
Out of Palmerton. He is a Jeeper at heart, so he wanted to create an event to give back to the local charities, and one of the biggest ones that we gave back to today was Valor.
Valor, yep.
So we've worked with Valor a bunch through Jeep Enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania.
Yep, our Jeep Club.
Yep, and so this was awesome to go up, just hang out. It was kind of hot. We found some shade.
Yep.
Oh, well, but so they have great beer, wine, spirits. Come out, have a nice, soda or something.
See a bunch of cool Jeeps.
Yeah, see Jeeps. So they had probably about 70 on display. Big Red was hanging out. Kylo was hanging out.
Yep.
And, so they had a flex ramp. And it's just a good time. They had a mechanical bull, which was hilarious.
Right.
I was on it. There will be a
video. Did you get on it?
I got on it. My
They were trying to talk me into it.
Oh, that would have been great.
Poor bull.
All right, I'm not going to go into that. I'll leave that for another time. But yeah, it was a great time. Got to hang out with the guys from Jeep Enthusiasts, Mike, Brandon, huge shout out, Russ. And it's just good to see everybody from the club as well. Yep. I mean, obviously you were out in Jeep lands.
Yeah, but I needed today.
I know.
And it was one of those things. I actually was originally going to go camping this weekend.
Yep.
And whatever fell through, I was kind of angry about it because this weekend, it's I don't want to say a party weekend, but it's a weekend to enjoy yourself, and I hadn't done anything really, and I'm like, you know what?
I'm going. Yeah.
And so I just got up, went out. I didn't even clean the Jeep up. I just made sure the top was all the way down and cruised right on up and got to hang out. I was just sitting there, I had 3 drinks in my hand at one time.
You're like, how did this happen?
How did this happen? I don't know. But just looking around, it was in the shade, and there was live bands, which was great. I think 3 or 4 live bands.
Yep.
And I just looked around and go, yeah, this is what Jeeping is about. We may go crush rocks, we may climb everything, we may just go to the beach, but hang out with your Jeep friends and doing Jeep things.
It's a Jeep thing.
It's yes, thank you, Jeremy Rowe.
It's a Jeep thing.
So there's this. I got a song by this artist while I was at the Jeep Invasion. Jeremy because he came on very early on in his career with the podcast and had Jeep Girl and Jeep Thing, and his blue Jeep was almost stock when we started. And now it's pretty built up. But she had reached out to us and sent me a link to her song, and I kind of want to have her on the show to kind of see where she is with it.
Okay.
The song, it wasn't overly complex. It's a really pretty simple song, but it does just celebrate the Jeep and the Jeep life. I think that's cool. So I'd like to maybe have her on the show to talk about that.
Awesome.
In the future. So that just made me think of that. I had forgotten all about it. So I'm glad you're reminding me so I can go back and.
That's what I'm here for.
Right. So yeah, today was great. Just sitting under the shade. If we hadn't had the shade that we did, I think it could have been miserable.
Yeah, nobody would have stayed that long.
Right. Yesterday and the day before was unbelievably beautiful here.
Yeah. And then we got the heat, and the heat's gonna stay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But yeah, man. Let's wrap this up.
Let's do it.
I think everyone should head over to our YouTube channel first.
Yeah.
Make sure you're subscribed. If not, tell a friend to subscribe as well. And also, you can find us at, Google us, Jeep Life Podcast. If you're looking for a new platform to listen to, we are on Apple, Spotify, a couple other ones out there. So wherever you get your podcast, just search Jeep Life or just type in Jeep, and we probably are going to be the first one that comes up.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
Yes, it is.
So make sure you do that.
And share it with a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend. And if you need sticker,
reach out.
info@jeeplifepodcast.com and ask me for one.
And you might even get a Break It Billy sticker thrown in there, too.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. We're going to shut her down, make it happen.
And give you a big Jeep wave.
Here's a big Jeep wave to you, everybody.
See you out on the trails.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. Yeah.
Let's do it. Shut it down.
I'm shutting it down. See you guys.